start with a prayer for strength. Our Father, sometimes the cares of the day seem to multiply, while the blessings fade so quickly. Our bodies grow tired, and our minds even more tired. Jesus, help us, give us strength you've promised in your word. Give us the power to take the next step. Give us your grace, for we know that in our weaknesses, your strength is revealed. May we receive it today. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll start with item number 1, Jerry.
On February 8th, for the Department of Water Resources, I approved the promotion of Brian Croft to the position of Assistant Sanitary Engineer to be effective February 8th, 2021, at the rate of $36.97 per hour with a 180-day probationary period. And for the Commissioner's Office, I approved and executed the Multi-Vista construction documentation proposal and agreement with MVC Limited, doing business as Multi-Vista, to provide complete documentation of the Geauga County office building project through photography and videography in an amount not to exceed $28,030.
Thank you. Item 2, Adrian.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today's financials include an appropriations transfer to the Sheriff's Office for miscellaneous reimbursement checks that were deposited into the general fund, and a cash transfer from the general fund to Department of Development, Community Development for their first and second quarter 2021 funding request. Among the encumbrances are a purchase order from the Commissioner's Office to the Geauga County Agricultural Society for Corsa settlement checks made out to the county that were deposited into the general fund. And then and nows from Common Pleas to RN Financial Law Offices, from the engineer to the Treasurer, State of Ohio, and from Job and Family Services to Starting Point for court-appointed counsel fees for Common Pleas, for NPDES discharge permits for the engineer, and for DECA growth program expenses from Job and Family Services, all of which were not previously encumbered. Among the vouchers are $60,000 from maintenance to CMRS POC for additional postage resources for the mailing machine, and a revenue certification from the auditor's office in their general obligation note retirement fund for additional revenue from the engineer's office for a loan payoff.
Great, thanks, Adrian.
You're welcome.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Engineer's Office. Good morning,
Jim.
Shane.
Good morning.
Hey,
Tim,
how are you?
Well.
Good, great.
a few things on here today. Item number 3 is the frost law request. Engineer's office is requesting a reduction of 33% maximum load limit effective February 15th to help prevent the damage from freeze-thaw cycles.
So does that go off when the temperatures get to a certain point, or is it by
We wa-
month?
We watch it, and when the trend hits a certain staying
Okay.
temperature. So it's really when it goes up and down that the most damage happens.
Mm.
So try to keep it in effect until it stays above a certain temperature.
Okay. And how do you enforce that? Is that in partnership with the sheriff's office, or how is that? Is there a weight?
I don't want to misspeak. I mean, of course, it is with the sheriffs and the troopers
Mhm.
station. We are not law enforcement,
Mhm.
so.
A lot of that is notification, and you get grant money periodically for the signs,
Right.
and you help out the municipalities and townships with the signage.
And we post them and monitor them and work with the
See,
various agencies.
okay. And then you'll lift that in March, it says? Or no?
No, they'll come back and ask you to lift it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be in effect until such time as the temperature stays above a certain temperature. And
So, just hypothetically, a piece of heavy equipment moving down a certain road, if they need to get down there, do they need to get permission first?
they would either have to wait until the frost laws are removed or stay on state routes. Because this
Okay.
is just pertaining to county and township routes.
What if there's no other way to get in there,
Then they would have to wait.
really? So they couldn't?
Or they would have to file the permit and be liable for damages that
Mhm.
they caused.
And what's the weight limit? Do you know?
Oh, it's just a 33% reduction, so whatever the road is rated for.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
certain roads are already restricted due to, maybe a bridge that doesn't meet the standard.
I see,
So-
okay. All right,
I'll make that motion.
second,
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you.
Number 4?
Item 4, the engineer's office is requesting the board to execute resolution 21-016 to order the asphalt resurfacing of Auburn Roads, County Highway 4, sections F through H, and Bell Street, County Highway 10, section E, in Auburn and Newberry Township. This is a OPWC funded project from last year. It got chosen to be pushed forward to this year, so we're gonna put this out early. And that'll be from Franks Street to 87 and Bell Street from Munn to Auburn.
Is that 50%?
Approximately, yeah, I think the final estimate was 765,000, and we have a $250,000 grant and $150,000 loan on this project.
Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
And just for record, it also requesting to put that out to bid for a March 10th bid opening.
Item number 5?
Item number 5, the engineer's office is requesting the board approve and execute resolution 21-017 to order the shoulder widening and asphalt resurfacing of Nauvoo Road, County Highway 41, Section A in Middlefield Township. This is a section from 608 to 528, which is the county maintained section of the road. And we also request that you sign the title sheet of the specifications and order the bid opening for March 10th at 2:05 p.m.
So moved.
second,
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yeah.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
And that project is locally funded. Item number 6, County Engineer's Office requests the board approve and execute resolution 21-018 to order the reconstruction of Taylor Wells Road Bridge, structure BR 0113-00.39, in Third Township. Request the board sign and execute the title sheet of the plans and specifications and resolution to put up this for bid also for March 10th at 2:10 p.m. This is the bridge about a half a mile north of Mayfield Road. It is on the township section, just north of where we realign the intersection. And the township is looking to finalize their preparations for paving that road next year. So this will allow us to replace our bridge ahead of their roadway project in '22.
And how long is that bridge?
In road length or in width?
Width?
In width, it is a 14 by 5, I believe.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
second,
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yep.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
That's it for me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jan.
Have a great day.
Bye now.
I'll let you know when they're ready.
Okay, thank you.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Glad I don't have to change your name.
No.
Yeah, they said when they're supposed to.
Congratulations on finding the Hamden bombers or explosive people. So.
Yeah, they did a good job. People are happy, you get telephone calls, people thanking us.
Sure.
So this is Office of Criminal Justice Services grant for the Stop Violence Against Women's Act. Total of a little over $79,000. 59,000 from OCGAS and 19,000 local match.
I'll make that motion.
second,
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yep.
Transit Department. Joanne, good morning.
Good morning, how are you guys?
Good.
Good. We have a lot of things that you have to initial, so we can do this.
Yes. All right. Transit is looking to purchase a new copier. We have CARES Act money that goes for a couple, 3, 4 more months, and they'll purchase the copier outright, so we'll get reimbursed 100% for that. I'm here to get the service agreement for the next 3 years through you guys, so that we're purchasing the copy, but then we need the service agreement for the copies for 3 years. So that's really what we're looking at, because while we still have CARES Act money, we're trying to use it. After the end of it, then we're
That's a
back to trying to
no-brainer.
find contract money.
Make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yep.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's it.
Have a
Thank you
good
very
day.
much. You
Bye-bye.
too.
I've got the next two for water resources. Steve had another meeting, and Kathleen is here actually with Debbie training their new person. So I
Is
told
Steve
her-
coming over here?
No, he's got another meeting. He's in this morning.
Yeah.
So Kathleen was supposed to come, but she's here with Debbie training.
Yeah, maybe give him a call after the meeting. Yeah.
So, this is dealing with Rob Edmonds, who was who was a construction inspector. He applied for the operator one position. When he got into there and started running the plants, he realized that he had some limitations that wouldn't allow him to operate the plants. So he was asked to move back to the position. That's in accordance with the union contract, where they have 30 days to decide whether they can do the job when they get into the position. So this is just following that contract.
So move.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes. Take number 10, Jerry?
And number 10 is to, probably should just done them together. Number 10 is to go out, back out to advertise for that operator one position.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
So
Let's
we
move to
still have
12.
15 minutes, so we can move right down to number 12, and we'll come back to the hearing.
Kelly, Sevco Wellness Program.
Yes, we're asking, excuse me, to approve and authorize and execute the 2021 Sevco Wellness Grant Agreement to promote employee health and wellness lifestyles in the amount of $18,424, with additional funds available if needed of $3,606. This is the wellness grant that we receive from Sevco Wellness every year to run our wellness program.
Okay.
Any questions? I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
And the next one is the donation agreement for the Benelak property by the airport. This is for authorization for Jim to sign, sorry, for Commissioner Dvorak, sorry about that, to sign, forgot we were in session. To sign the agreement, and then it also authorizes him to sign the final title paperwork, and the agreement was that the county would cover up to $2,000 for the title transfer paperwork. The estimate actually comes in at about $1,350. So it's not, but we put a number in there to make sure we're above the number, so. But
I'll
this
make
is-
that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
And then the next one is the authorization for signature on the paperwork for the prosecutor to sign and then present to the courts to get outside counsel for the prosecutor's office to have some help on the Chardon lawsuit issues. The prosecutor's office is still going to be the main attorneys on it, just as they may need some additional research or so. This would allow them to use Masnick or Eskenwriter.
Okay.
So move.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
I did have one other item that wasn't on the agenda, it came up late yesterday. The agreement with Company 119 to do the webcam for the new building. Company 119 would not sign the contract separately, so I'm asking for authorization for me to sign the contract, and then that way, when it's finally authorized by or certified by the prosecutor's office, or, I'm sorry, by the auditor's office, then I can set up an appointment with Company 119, go, and we can sign it at the same time.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
We have minutes,
Okay.
so if you want to keep signing, or if you want to recess until 10, we can do that.
Let's recess till 10 and we can keep signing.
Do I have a motion to recess?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Spiller?
Aye.
Mr. Lundey?
Yes.
Mr. Dwyer?
Yes.
Sorry.
What's, yeah, right. Getting going.
Jim, were you collecting that stuff?
Yeah. I got arthritis in my hand. I'm pretty old here, you know.
I separated out the piles so we can do the one and pass them.
So why does that should be a public hearing,
What?
the proposed rehiring?
Because he retired
Oh,
at the end of December.
yeah,
And he's coming back to the exact same position.
okay. So it's
That's why.
oh. I didn't know you had to do that.
There you go.
No. Jim. It shoots like 20 feet, Ralph.
Larry, this 10 minutes is for you to decide if you really want to come back.
As I said, I asked him to come so you guys can check his sanity.
We'll wait for you to get up and run, not come back, but we're giving you a chance. How's retirement been though?
Busy.
Yeah. We're getting tired of hearing Dan crying on our shoulders that he's missing you.
How long is Steve gonna be at that meeting, you know?
I don't know if the,
Wasn't he supposed to be here today with us? To meet with us?
oh, I didn't know, I met with him on Friday.
Okay.
If you want to meet with him, I'll text him and tell him.
Yeah, well, if you already talked to him.
Have you either one of you been to the new library?
No.
I've been twice just to, drive in and see the parking lot. It looks like there's more employees there. They've 4 or 5 trucks from the library department there. Putting things up and
Yeah,
everything.
transpired.
The whole time, the
I think
twice
we need
time
to
I've been there
have a
for a
sit down
half hour,
with Steve.
not a single
Commissioner about
civilian went in and out. I
But
haven't
it,
been- I
but
haven't
it
been
is
in yet.
open, it was
Oh,
open.
yeah, it's
You know,
open. Maybe 1 or 2 went in,
Obviously, that's
but,
fine.
and it looks nice from the outside, they say it's very nice inside. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and seeing how
So how
nice.
far did you go in then?
I just went to the front door.
Just to the
yes.
door and looked in?
I did not go actually go in the door. And that's a little, it's a huge area, it looks like, but there's only one little door that goes into it. And it looks very nice. Certainly great.
I misunderstood our conversation last week. I
No
thought,
difference than I think from before. But I hope to use it fairly soon.
Yeah.
we're still working.
Get books and DVDs and things
Yeah.
like that. They needed it because the computer area and everything was way too crowded before. No, that library place is, there's too much, the number of people that go out there and use it. I haven't been there in about a year.
That's all his stuff.
We got torn down and
This is all his stuff.
I never went over to the one at the
Extra work.
Gardner Center.
I get time and a half for
No,
this.
we've never been there either.
So everywhere there's a line, you have
Closed
to
now,
put
they're
your
supposed to move everything back to
and then sign there.
Snyder Road, supposedly. But you don't know, you don't get a lot of information, but it was a much bigger library.
Yeah.
Should be.
One thing, they were nice enough to give South Russell Village
There are some
a
other
gazebo.
You gotta call Sonny.
So the gazebo that they had been removed. It's outside the sheriff's, or the
Probably shouldn't.
police department. It's out there still, I don't know where they're.
Like a real estate property.
It still looks like a pretty good shape. It's not a very big deal.
No, Toby does that.
Is this the property?
Well, at least it didn't.
Well, yeah, at least, there's enough parks.
Because I deal with
They went to the auditor's office.
Do what's up, and we can put it up on the hill there, and it'll be nice. These kids, they have a new playground.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Like they're kind
I'm
of.
at the title company, one of the title companies, once every 2 weeks or so.
Our problem
Yeah.
is that we just find such wonderful things online.
Jennifer.
You know,
And that was,
And they had a bad
they're-
case of
yeah.
coronavirus. 12 or 13 people. And 2 weeks ago, there was down to 3 employees that had come to the office.
taking over their,
Because they
they programming and
Another doctor.
that was probably, that was bad.
Dr. Doom wants us to wear three masks.
Harold with me, and I have a couple beers.
Or you can nebulize a mixture of hydrogen peroxide. That's,
It's like
Like he should be
bathtub too, if you water too. And the schools are still closed, isn't it?
He should, like, if somebody gets to that level, he should be.
I don't know how kids.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought everybody could do that.
Yeah.
in one of the schools in Cleveland, yeah, they shut
Well,
down.
and it's, they want to give everybody all this money from Washington. Why would you give a government employee money right now? Because they've always been paid all the time. For the whole year, they've been paid every single
Do you
day.
know Bob Hemlock?
The school teachers been paid every day. All the school buses driving.
No, everybody else.
Baseball stuff.
Everybody's been paid every day.
It's tough.
I already got my $400.
Well, you got,
check.
you got a 1099 sheet,
Not check.
$18,000.
Another 12.
Whoever knows.
Somebody got paid $480.
I'm not gonna give it back.
They went to an offshore account,
trying to get something.
We gotta wear one.
Cayman Islands.
And,
Like, so,
the 1099.
the take.
But then again, you'll be on last day.
All right.
Well, the IRS is on me for a few years back, so I'm gonna have to be juggling with that a little bit too. When I finish with the IRS, then I gotta put them outstanding in. So there, here's the thing. I think I mentioned,
I guess they're.
my grandson lived in Ohio with me, and I gave him a picture of, you know,
Well, the last time we saw you, you indicated that there was some profit.
they went down to
I mean,
32.
he was the director.
He runs his business, but he's still living with his mom for the time being, and he has, but he set his whole bedroom up as an office. He's got
Supposed to have a meeting on this Thursday with
wrap around monitor,
But then
see the three different things going on. I mean, he gets dressed up every day. Sometimes he wants a tie on,
Yeah.
sit in front of the TV.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
doing
Good
it.
work.
$46,000 today.
No, it was told,
And now,
I mean, I was like,
but now they're starting to cover it.
California, $18 billion was sucked out of
Yeah,
their
we heard
unemployment
Tesla
bureau.
was going
And
to.
they're all covering it now. So that
$18
means
billion.
we've got some
Well,
notoriety.
it has to reimburse the state for the payout.
And
then
since they make downtown Washington into a
And
police
now project
station,
management.
or requires the whole thing.
yeah, right.
Nobody's ever gonna get down there and visit any
Yeah.
departments. You can't go to any place in
So-
downtown.
I mean, the reality on that is, you know, he pretty much.
All the restaurants are still closed, except out in Georgetown.
But then again, too, the school or city was just, you know.
Well, I think it's gotten, it was the boiling. I think there was some, so I think there was some.
Then they would already have a lot.
It's actually involved.
There was back and forth, but, you know, trying to get the,
I've
trying to get
never
the
been
contract certified for this year.
I've never
And
heard of
eventually
that.
they were gonna have.
And there was argument of.
You could run that.
What was, was we tried to
How did these IT or hack people got? How did they get your?
See if we can come to an motion.
Running
Yeah.
from the hurdles, and if it hits.
This is the way it is.
Yeah, you can't do it.
There-
You
Kelly's
can't do
on
that.
the-
Do that. That's when
I'll see if I can-
Adrian,
that you will see
Set up stuff on
and
this
how
email
it's some
thing.
area.
Much easier to
I'll
send
go
it
back
as an email
and
than
they're
Right.
all gonna fall
in
apart.
person.
And then
Yeah, I mean, the way it's
then we're gonna have to do something about it. Where
So,
do they find their
So-
time?
we gotta keep
Wow.
And then they're going to annex
Technicality,
It's not like it's
That's right.
You're right.
Supposedly that was on the, again, only to tell you what I saw on one of the channels this morning. Nevada is thinking about allowing.
We'll reconvene the meeting so we can
to come in and
take care of this
start their own
public hearing at 10 o'clock.
Nevada.
I have us reconvening at
Have their own police
9:59.
department, their own fire department, and have their own part.
You wanna read that,
of a
number
little
11?
country inside Nevada.
10.
How's this all gonna go on?
The Commissioner's Office will hold a public hearing at 10 o'clock a.m. for the proposed rehiring of Larry Hayden retirement to the position of multi-certified inspector 3, number 1111, to be effective March 1st, 2020. May I have a motion to waive the reading of the leave notice?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWitt?
Yes.
Okay, we will open at 10 o'clock.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Here to ask for approval for rehiring Larry Hayden, retiring from our department. Benefits of rehiring Larry, we've obviously posted for multiple jobs of different positions since May of last year. Since that time, we only had 4 applicants who had any credentials that could do anything for our department. We hired one of them. The other one was a part-time guy, could only do 2 days a week, so we sort of passed over that applicant. Then the other 2, one individual just couldn't meet his salary requirements, and unfortunately leaves us with Larry. But Larry, in all honesty, though, Larry's dedicated worker for our department, has been his entire career here. His knowledge of the department, of the county, just in general, it's so beneficial to have somebody who has known what some buildings have gone through and what they haven't been through, and just knowledge of the entire county is well worth any amount of money that we could pay him to help continue move our department along in the direction that's been moving. So
He knows where all the bodies are buried.
pretty much, yeah. The names of all the horses.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's obviously I'm here to ask for your approval of hiring Larry back to our department. To benefit us, looks like it's going to be a busy year. Our January this year was actually better than last year's January, with a number of new house starts and stuff. So hopefully we keep on that trend. And then with the developments of Jogga Lake and the 3 out here in Chardon and stuff, that we looks like hopefully it's shaping up to be a good moving construction year. So
Excellent.
Yeah, I know Larry's been a great public servant for Jogga County.
absolutely.
He's been around for a long time.
I need to keep him here for a couple more years for the rest of my career. But
He's like the encyclopedia of the building department.
he is, honestly, he truly is. I mean, I know even with Dave and economic development, it helps even at times for that. So his knowledge base, he needs to have the plaque in the DES room there for the historian for the counties in one of these days. So
Excellent.
I can attest for the last, several weeks since he's been gone, contractors and owners are coming in all the time, where's Larry? Where's Larry?
Yeah.
And I started thinking about, I don't know if that's good or bad, maybe he's too easy on him,
Yeah.
Slow him down.
No, that's good.
But, no, he's a great public servant. Hope he'll help us with this.
Absolutely.
And truly to his dedication to the county and to, building department. He was supposed to retire in March of last year, or then with
yes,
staff
That's right.
leaving and staff changes, he chose to stick around to help the department, help the county out.
yeah, right. Take his 2 months, the requirement off during our slow 2 months. So it truly always is thinking about the department and the county. So.
And the challenges of finding inspectors is still just at an all-time high, right? I mean, it's just been.
Yeah, in
It's super
fact,
challenging.
Lake County just advertised for an opening and just got on with their salaries, and they bumped theirs up from where they were even just a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
it is, it's still a trying industry to try to get people into and get the right certifications that you need. And but as part of president of Bocconi, which is a building officials conference with Northeast Ohio for the next year here, and that's been
You
one of
are?
our, yes,
Oh,
that's
good.
been one of our drives, is to try to reach out and pull as many people as we can to have an interest of doing what we do.
Does your organization reach out to co-ed school students and explain the need?
Yes, so we do, we all pretty much walk around with flyers on the requirements that you need and the process for applying through the state to get the certifications that you need for our work. And, because it's a unique mix. I mean, you have to have knowledge of performing the work, and then you also have to have a little bit of a rapport to be able to talk with architects and engineers and lawyers, and so it's a weird mix that you kind of need. It's a little bit of a both world, and it's kind of hard to find people who can deal with
Both sides, yeah.
And homeowners.
Well, that's it. I mean, you're truly dealing with the whole gamut of
Yeah.
everybody. So there's people that are really good at the trades, but just communication skills lack in some ways, and you have people who are good at communication but just don't know the true skills. So.
It's an Amber Alert.
So do you get all of your projects done in your retirement? No, kidding aside, no. Thank you very much, and we look forward to 2021 here. So appreciate it.
I will attest that one of the great things that separates us from other surrounding counties in terms of the building department is their willingness to help the contractors and to help the homeowners get their jobs completed. And from my perspective, that's critical. And we hear it all the time. People really come in and they thank Lisa and Deanne, if he's there, and Larry was there, for helping them. And they say that's so unusual now when they deal with other, I'm not knocking anybody, but we hear it all the time.
Yeah,
And
some
I've been
customer
with them
service.
on- I've been with them on inspections where they help people figure out the problem. Instead of just saying, no, this is the code, and this is what you have to do, they
Figure it
actually
out.
stick around and help them. And, that's been passed on, and Larry's passing that on now to Jason, the new guy, so we got a good thing going.
Absolutely. Great.
So, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
No?
Hold on.
Oh, you got to come out of here.
Also, just a public hearing.
We're just
Okay.
doing the hearing today.
Oh, okay.
And then we have another meeting for you actually to
Yes.
come back.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That we haven't, yeah.
Is there a motion to close the hearing?
Yeah, so
Anybody
far.
else have any comments?
So-
And anybody from the public have any comments on this issue? Two guys in the back, okay?
Sounds like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
There was a movement there, I wasn't sure. Okay.
We do have a nomination
So-
for sainthood.
Real quick, what salary and all that? Will you discuss that, or
Yes, that's right. So
in the next hearing? Or?
yeah, so I'll give.
No, go ahead. We haven't closed the hearing yet, so this is your opportunity to talk about that if you want.
So the wager to talk about what Larry was bringing him back to what he was making, just because the fact that, to be honest with you, he could probably go somewhere else and make more than coming back here. So we offered, through discussions with Jerry and everything, to offer the exact same rate that he had. Obviously, he's starting over as a new employee, so he's starting over without any vacation time or any sick time. And so one of the things that we would be requesting at some point is to get an approval for 80 hours of unpaid leave, so that during the summer or whatever, he could take some time off and not have to be reprimanded for taking days off without pay. Yeah, so that was initially our plan was for next week, then coming back and having the request to hire him in at his old rate, $30.45, and request the 80 hours of unpaid leave.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
So then no further. 10:08.
With no more comments from the public, move to close the public hearing at 10:08.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, thanks for coming back. Yeah.
Anything else, Jerry?
That was all I had.
Jason, you have your Zoom meeting today at noon for solid waste.
Motion to adjourn.
So, are you guys gonna go out there or?